Hello, everyone. Welcome to the, I think, 12th. It's probably the 12th. I'm pretty sure it's the 12th ever
It is 12.
episode.
I actually just rewatched on the Mario Master episode. It's 11.
It
Yes,
is
it's 12.
12th. Well, I get you heard our guest. Today our guest is the one and only Agent S. Yay! Hooray!
Greetings, gamers. Agent S in.
Yeah. Introduce yourself, dude.
Greetings, gamers. Agent S in. I am someone, I guess. I'm an agent. I'm into gaming and stuff. Yeah.
Yes,
And
you
other
are.
things.
You are into gaming and other stuff. All
Yeah.
right. So, how did you meet the famous Eli guy?
So I find it from the comments of Gamer27, as both me and you were like the first
Yeah, we were.
mainstays on the channel, basically.
That's
Well, you
right.
came to the channel first, and I came like a few months later. But I found Gamer27's channel like around June 2020, so about 2 years ago when I was looking up a video, but I found it. But I found one of his videos I recommended, so I watched that. But later on, I found you in the comments, so that's how I found
Oh.
you.
Oh wait, what video was that?
I can't remember what video was that I found you specifically in, but I know it was a video.
Uh, all right. Yeah, because I remember you were just that one guy that I always saw in like the comment section, and you had the cloud profile picture, and
I mean, I did the Cloud PFP before I moved on to my
yeah,
avatar that Pixel made me, but my current one is made by Crazy Boy because Crazy Boy took over.
indeed, yeah. I remember only OG people remember when he was just Cloud 24/7 on Discord. And originally he didn't even have Discord. He was just some guy in the comment sections always commenting with a Cloud profile picture. And then he got Discord one day, and that was huge. And he kept his Cloud profile picture until Pixel made him an avatar, and then he changed
And then
to the
Crazy
Crazy
Boy.
Boy one. Yeah.
Yeah. I had Cloud PFP because Cloud was my channel mascot because Final Fantasy VII was my favorite game of all time at the time.
Uh huh.
And all like that, but before Gamer27 had his, before he had his avatar, he had Luigi as
That's
basically
right.
his.
That's right. Yeah. And his profile picture was like green, and then it just had text that said Gamer27, and that had Luigi at the bottom. I remember that.
Yeah, it did. And I remember on Christmas before. Well, I remember in December 2020 before he had his avatar, he had Christmas Mario, I think, on there.
Oh yeah, probably. Did you change your profile picture for like seasonal things, or I don't
Uh,
remember.
um, I did. Um, well, actually, yes, I did. In December of 2021,
Ah, nice.
and it'll happen again. This November in December.
Sick. Oh, that was something. That was
As
something I
long
was
as
about to
Crazy
say.
Boy
I
make
forgot.
me a new avatar, probably like early November, probably. Yeah.
Ah, all right.
Well, so
So,
yeah.
how's your day going so far?
And it's going alright. Not much going on. Just been gaming and doing stuff.
Cool. I haven't done anything. Well, I went to church actually. I saw my gamer friends. I got Snapchat recently actually, and so does.
Cool.
I'm not telling everyone my Snap though. Um,
Yeah.
but my friends have it
And,
too, and so we've been just talking and messing around on there. It's pretty fun. It's actually a lot more fun than I thought it would be. So,
yeah, it actually is kind of fun. I got snapped 2 months ago. I actually have Crazy Nick snap, I think. Yeah.
you have who's?
Crazy Nick. I have his.
Oh yeah, nice. Crazy. It's weird hearing people call him Crazy Nick. People either call him Crazy. I used to originally just call him Crazy Nick Gaming all the time, but then I just switched to calling him Nick. And now everyone on in the gamer gang seems to call him Crazy Nick, which is interesting because I never really did that. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just interesting.
Always call him Crazy Nick or just Nick. But more likely, but more of the time, I've called him Crazy Nick than I have Nick. Well, we're not really sure
Yeah.
which I've used more often.
Yeah. Any of them works. But anyways, after church today, I just kind of got home. I was gonna go to the pool with Toaster Fire and Spim, but I guess that never happened. But it's not fine. It's not a big deal. And oh, I guess the thing I was about to say is for the next topic, so I'll just say that when we get there. But yeah, I haven't done anything else interesting that day except for this pod guy, which we were actually gonna do yesterday, but then I forgot. And also, apparently, we live in totally different time zones, so I didn't even realize that it was like an hour difference for us, which that's totally my fault. I'm sorry. I should have checked. But yeah, yeah, that's all there's to say for that. All right, is there anything big or exciting coming up in your life?
I don't know, to be honest, but I do have camp coming up in about 2 weeks.
Oh, camp. I remember when we talked about camp on Discord when you said you just got home from camp and we were talking about Morgan or whatever.
You're not.
I'm sorry. I won't go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, don't bring that up.
I won't.
This camp I'm going to the different camp. Well, I'm still going to that camp like the week after, but this camp I'm going to a different kind of camp.
Oh, okay.
So I'll be offline the entire week.
All right.
July 10th through 16th.
I'm going to a new camp too, but I'm staying with the old camp that we talked about, and then I'm starting another camp on top of that one too, and this one's like longer. It's like 5 days. The other one's 3 days. So that's really exciting.
Yeah, and this game I'm going to is very different, and it's nothing like they're working out that I've been going to for the past 8 years. The game I'm going to for the past 8 years, it's not an overnight camp. It just goes on like a school day. So from like 8 to 3, and it's Monday through Thursday. But this game I'm going to is completely different. It's something completely different, and it goes from Sunday to Saturday, July 10th through 16th, and it'll be an overnight camp. So I'll be most likely offline that entire week.
All right, that's all right. Okay. So as for me, things coming up in my life is I'm going to my grandparents' house for like 2 weeks, and we're leaving tomorrow, or maybe today, depends on when this gets uploaded. I could see this getting uploaded tomorrow, but yeah, that's coming up. I'm gonna ride in the car for a while. We just got back from another trip. That's why there was a whole hiatus with Pod Guy. Why that didn't happen. But we went to New Mexico for part of it, and then we went to Colorado for just different things that we'd had scheduled, and so we went there and we saw a lot of different famous things around there, and so it was pretty fun. Except there was a lot of driving. The way back we drove for like 10 hours, so that was a lot, but you know, it's all right. It's done now. But it was a pretty fun trip.
And speaking of that kind of stuff, I might be going somewhere next week. The week before camp, I might be going somewhere. I'm not sure where yet.
Oh, your parents are just like, hey, we might be going somewhere. I don't know where, but somewhere.
Well, actually, I will be going to North Carolina to visit some family that's down there, actually. I will be down there next week. So, yeah.
Sick. I've been to that place before, like once, I think. It was pretty cool. Fun place, isn't it? It's like near the ocean or something.
Oh, yeah, it is. I've actually never been that way before. I've actually never been to Outer Banks before, but where I'm going is on the other side of the state.
I think I went there when I was just like really young, so yeah. All right, I think we've said everything for bigger, exciting coming up in our lives. So pets, do you have any pets? If so, what's your favorite pet? I don't think I know if you have any pets or not.
Actually, I do have pets. Both dogs. One's named Rosie, one's named Nellie.
Nice. Is that all just the dogs?
Yeah, they're dogs. I have 2 dogs.
Nice. Me too. All right. That was quick. Anything particularly interesting about the dogs, or just they're dogs?
I don't really know what to say, to be honest.
Oh, that's okay. That's fair enough. I don't know what to say sometimes too. So, all right. Do you like drawing? If so, what do you like to draw? I don't think I've ever seen any of your drawings before. I might have, but I don't really remember.
Well, I'm terrible at drawing.
Oh, that's okay.
I mean, it's fun, but I'm just terrible at it. So not really a big drawing kind of person. But I have made drawings. But I have made drawings for school projects before I posted this, were mostly for my avatars, my old ones that Pixel made me.
Ah, nice. Yeah, I've been drawing too. I drew I drew actually a lot. I drew like 3 different things. I just realized since that trip. I drew a drawing of James from camp stuffing like a million hot dogs into his mouth because he was just going
Wow.
way overboard with hot dogs. It was insane. And the next thing I drew these I just wanted to draw these like original characters. So I drew these guys that had like pixels for hair and like they were doing these pixely thingies with their hands. They were doing magic or something, and I don't know. I'm really proud of them. They look cool. They're probably my proudest drawing. And then after that, I drew my best friend Wooshi playing cards with the amazing character of Cabin Puss from Milo Murphy's Law. It's it's beautiful. So I've been doing a lot of drawing actually lately. I have a lot of things to say for this one since it's been so long since the last one, and I got to talk about this. But I started adding shading to the drawing, so it's like most of the thing is the one color, but then the very edge is like a darker shade of that color. And I used to not do it because I thought it was like a lot of extra work. But now I realize it's actually not that much extra work. It's pretty fun, and usually it's worth it because it adds a little bit of it makes it look a little cooler. So I like adding
Yeah.
that.
That's
Um,
cool.
what? Oh, nothing. Okay. So we talked about drawing. What are some of your most nostalgic childhood memories?
Hmm. Well, it's a lot for sure. But I guess a lot of my memories is, I guess, living life, I guess, as a young person, and playing the games I grew up with, and watching the movies and shows I was raised on and stuff,
Oh,
and I guess my life going to school, I guess, how that went back then, and other things. I think those are my memories.
okay. Not super specific, but that's okay. I couldn't even think of anything specific before this, so it's you're fine. But I'll try to man, I can't think of anything right now. But if I can think of something before this ends, then I'll say it cuz I remember I had one cuz we were going to do this yesterday and I'd actually thought of something beforehand. But now I've totally forgotten what that was. So, yeah.
You forgot it.
Hopefully it'll come up before this ends, and I'll just say it even if we're not on the topic. So yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Um, nostalgic childhood memories. What are some overrated things in your opinion? You probably have a lot of unpopular opinions about gaming.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of hard when I think of. There's very few things out there that I really consider overrated. It's kind of hard to think. And those
Uh,
things I would consider overrated, I only think are just slightly overrated.
I feel like there's like a Pixar or DreamWorks movie that you've like ranked as different than the popular opinion because I always see you rating different movies in the Pixar and DreamWorks fan clubs. You're like, oh, this one's a masterpiece. This one is bad.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
and there's many of them I think are there's many of them I think are underrated.
Yeah.
But I got many overrated ones from them.
We can mention. I feel like I should add that in here. I feel like I should change this topic to overrated and underrated things. I still haven't done that yet, but like basically this is just the part to talk about unpopular opinions. So I should really change that question so the way I say it in the future. But yeah. And I don't think I thought of anything for this one. Oh man, I was not prepared for this one. That's gotta be part of my schedule. I gotta just come into these and be totally prepared to answer all these. Um,
Yeah, makes sense.
uh, yeah. All right, we can move on then. Even though neither of us really had anything to say for those last 2 topics, but that's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
Who
it's fine.
cares? All right. Oh, have you seen any good movies or shows lately?
Yes, I have. I mean, I watch movies and TV shows all the time,
Uh huh.
and I recently, I recently watched all of the X-Men movies for the first time for the past 2 months. I've been doing
Oh,
that,
I haven't seen those.
and I've also been watching other Marvel stuff too. Like I've watched Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. Well, I saw it in theaters and I rewatched it a few days ago when I went to Disney Plus. I
Nice.
also have been watching the new Disney Plus shows. I've been watching Miss Marvel and Obi-Wan.
My dad likes
and
Obi-Wan.
War of the Thunder when I get back from camp.
Nice. Yeah, I want to see. I still gotta watch Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, especially since it went on Disney Plus, and it's not even like Premiere Access. I can just watch it. So I'll have to do that sometime with my dad and
Yeah,
sister.
it just was Disney Plus. And for how I felt about the movie, I liked it, but it definitely has a bit of issues. But I give it a 7 out of 10.
Oh,
It's worth
7 out of
watching, but
10.
it does have some issues.
Oh, interesting. That's low praise for you.
Yeah, I give it a 7 out of 10. But to be fair, most of the reviews scored in the 70s, so it makes sense. But I give it. But I give it a 7 out of 10. It's solid, but it does have a bit of issues here and there.
Have you seen Lightyear yet?
No, I haven't. I'm gonna wait for it to go to Disney Plus, and I'll watch it there probably.
I might see it in theaters. I'm actually I probably won't since I'm about to leave for my grandparents' house. Unless we see it in theaters with them, but that's probably not gonna happen. So I guess I'll wait to Disney Plus.
I'm waiting for it to go to Disney Plus. I'll watch it there, and I might do a video one day ranking the Pixar movies, maybe.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you should do that. Oh. Yeah, I've heard Lightyear doesn't have great reviews. At least I saw Shea Frillis's video on it, but it seems to be just another one of those Pixar movies that's just it's not one of their masterpieces. But
yeah, it's like Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness in a way. We're just got only like decent reviews, like in the 70s.
Yeah.
And I heard that some people didn't really like it that much, which makes sense.
I'm gonna look up.
Cool. And it does look like a fun time. It even has Chris Evans, so what more could I ask for?
I'm gonna look up its Rotten Tomatoes review. I'm curious. Wait.
That's like a 70-something from when I looked up.
Oh yeah, it's a 75. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought, but it's still not great. I mean, people aren't gonna hate it. It's a new Pixar movie. It has Buzz Lightyear in it, so yeah. I'm sure it's fun. I'm definitely gonna see it at some point. It's Pixar.
Yeah, it's Pixar, and most Pixar movies. I've liked most of the ones I've seen, but
yeah.
And the last few movies have been interesting. I'll say that.
I didn't really like Turning Red. I'll be honest. Turning Red was just it was a movie. Luca was fun, but
well, it was decent, but not much else. Like I'd also give it a 7 out of 10. And what was funny about it is that it called my sister out because May's life was too similar to her life. So it called her out. And she was like, I'm not watching this movie ever again, no.
I have the opposite problem. I cannot relate to the characters enough, and I'm sure every man knows because it's a girls' movie. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not relatable to men whatsoever, so.
Yeah, but what also finds out the grandma in the movie, she looked exactly like my grandma, which is also funny.
That's funny. Oh, I can't relate.
But yeah, I thought the movie was decent, but not much else. But at first I loved it, and I gave it like a 9 out of 10. After rethinking, I give it a 7. But the other recent Pixar movies were pretty good. Onward was pretty good.
I liked
Soul
Onward.
was really good. Luca was pretty good.
Soul was alright. Luca was great, but that's just a really easy movie to like. And then Onward was good. I think I said that. Toy Story 4 was pretty good. But yeah.
Most of it was decent, but it did go a little out of character at times. But I thought the movie was also decent. I give it probably a 7 or an 8 out of 10, probably.
Yeah.
It's solid, but it's definitely a downgrade compared to the first 3 movies, especially Toy Story 3. That one is my favorite Pixar movie and probably my top 5 animated movies, possibly.
That's fair. That's a very good movie. I watched it a lot. Anyways, wait, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, Toy Story 3 is my favorite Pixar movie. It was actually one of the first movies I ever saw in theaters, and I still remember why I saw it in theaters. I remember the ending being really sad, but amazing.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters too. I remember we saw it in 3D, and I think that was the first 3D movie I ever saw, and I just kept on wanting to take off my glasses because I thought they were annoying. That's my only memory of seeing it in theaters. Really, I probably got freaked out by the ending though, as any kid did.
Yeah, they did. I surprisingly didn't get freaked out. Surprisingly.
Oh, my sister definitely got freaked out. My sister. Oh man, I don't even know if I've talked. I don't know if I've talked about this on Pod Guy, but my sister got scared of anything. Oh, maybe that's a childhood memory I could tell. Okay. Going back to childhood memories, I didn't say anything for this, but I'm gonna talk about it now. My sister, I'll just say her name. It's fine. Anna. She used to get scared of everything in movies when she was younger. She definitely got scared of the ending of Toy Story 3. She was scared of this one episode of Dora the Explorer where there was like a witch. And it wasn't a scary witch by any means. It was just a witch. But she was horrified by it. And she was so scared by everything. And there was this episode of the Backyardigans where all of them became supervillains, and they weren't scary villains at all. Nothing about them were scary. She was still freaked out by it. She was so scared of it. She was scared of anything that was mildly scary. Except for there's this one adaptation of Peter Pan. We were actually watching it in the car coming home because we have there's just a couple of movies that we always just rewatch when we go home a million times since we own them. But this one live action Peter Pan, that movie is kind of violent. It has like shooting and stabbing a little bit, and yet she wasn't scared of it at all. So it was kind of an inconsistent fear. She was just scared of what her brain decided to tell her to be scared of. So. Yeah, that
makes
there's
sense.
that.
My sister's had similar kind of fears. She has a fear of statues, and that's because so growing up, we had her watch Doctor Who a lot growing up, and we actually rewatched it recently on HBO Max. But there's one episode, and made these statues scary or something, and like, oh, you're my mummy, and stuff like that, and it creeped her out, it scarred her for life, so now she's afraid of statues, and whenever she sees a statue, she gets scared. In fact, one time on a field trip when she was in 2nd grade, they went to a wax museum, and she hid under the chaperone the whole time.
Wow.
It was crazy.
Is she just scared that she'll get turned into a statue or something? Is she just...
maybe, or maybe she's afraid that the statue could kill her. I don't really know, but she had a fear of that just her whole life because of the Doctor Who episode. and I remember back then watching the show. Mom was always like, "If you have nightmares, you're not responsible for that because the show gave Joey nightmares all the time."
Wow, I've never heard you do a different voice like that before. I'm sure other people have. Anyways, what's Doctor Who even about? I think my mom used to watch it at one point. Isn't it like British or something?
Yeah, it is British.
Is it like Star Trek?
The show is made in the UK, yes, and it is this sci-fi series about these doctors with powers and stuff, and they're doing and basically doing whatever, I guess.
Huh.
It's a series about these doctors and stuff.
I'm sure it sounds like a combination of like Doctor Strange and Star Trek to me.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Anyways, that was kind of off topic. But what were we even talking about? Movies and shows, I think. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was.
All right. So we talked about our Pixars and stuff there. So I think we can move on. What food have you been having lately?
Pizza, I guess.
Nice. Is that the last thing you ate, or?
Yes, it was.
Nice. I haven't had supper today, I don't think. But food has been kind of expensive lately. And we also just haven't had much of it around the house, mainly since we just went from one trip to the next, and we're not just going to have a whole bunch of food just lying around when we're not even around at the house, because what's the point of that? So, but I had like a sub sandwich for lunch today. That was pretty tasty. And
It was.
I didn't even have breakfast because it was church, and I was gonna have a bowl of cereal originally, but then I realized we didn't have milk, so I just ditched that idea. And then I was gonna have toast, so I put some in the toaster. But then I realized I didn't have time for that because I was gonna leave for church in like 5 minutes. So I guess I didn't have breakfast. And surprisingly, I wasn't insanely hungry at lunchtime. So that's a thing. That's what I ate today.
makes sense.
All right. So, food. Where is your favorite place in the world to travel?
Well, I've actually never been outside the U.S. before, but if I had to go anywhere, then it would be Japan.
Nice. Good place. Good place. Nintendo people.
Yes, and also anime and stuff.
Yeah,
and
anime.
And JRPG stuff.
Of course. I guess I could talk about the trip I just went on. I mentioned it kind of at the beginning, but I may as well since it's relevant. We went on a big old road trip to 100. Not I don't know why I said 100. We went to a bunch of different places. I don't remember all of them, but we went to New Mexico for a little bit. We were in Texas for a little. It was very hot along the way. I remember there was this one place, we were in Texas, I believe, and we were like looking out for rattlesnakes. We didn't see any rattlesnakes, but it said there might be rattlesnakes around there. I remember we ate lunch at a picnic place there, and it was very windy. But then since my dad is a pastor, and so we went to this big pastors conference thing, and it was in Colorado, and then we went on this tourist attraction, I guess that's what you would call it, where we drove to the top, not in our car, but it was this train trolley thingy where we drove to the top of this really high mountain, and then we got to the top, we were just looking down, and it was very, very cold up there because it was very high altitude, and it was it really messed with your head. It made you feel it made you feel like you had helium in your head or something. So yeah, that was a thing. And then we drove back down. So we did that, and then we drove home. So that was that trip. It was pretty fun. It was pretty fun. Last year, each year we have like an interchangeable trip, and this year it was that, and last year we went to Disney World. I forgot what it even was the year before, but that's what it was this year. So yeah. All right. Wait, did you talk about where you wanted to travel? I told. Oh yeah. You wanted to go to Japan. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay. So, do you know any good jokes?
Kind of hard.
As always, I can look some up if we can't think of any. So you don't have any?
Yeah, I don't have any.
Okay. All right. I'll find one. I'll find one that'll make us laugh our heads off. Ooh, this one's kind of clever. Why can't a leopard hide? Because he's always spotted.
Oh yes, true.
Because he has spots on him, but that also means spot means like you see someone. So I've actually never heard that one before. So good enough for me. All right. Google always has the best jokes. Anyways, the next question, as always, you can give an actual answer, or you can give a joke answer, or you can give no answer at all. But have you seen any particularly attractive people lately?
Well, hard to say because I lost one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Agent S. Everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah, it happened to me back in April where I was into this one girl, but I only secretly liked her, and because I was too scared to admit it publicly. Although she kind of knew that I liked her, because at times I kind of indirectly kind of said it because I was dumb. But anyway, she accused me of harassment, and that was the problem.
Oh no.
It's because that she left me entirely.
Oh, do you need a hug? I'm gonna hug you virtually. I'm sending you a hug right now. You're being hugged.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I told my crush how I felt already. But I'm not gonna get into that because she might be listening to this. Anyways, it's particularly attractive people. I'll say one. Let's see. It's silly, super silly answer. Your avatar is attractive. Let me tell you, it is top notch. Very.
Yeah, so is your avatar.
Thank you. My profile picture is the main character of Big City Greens. Okay, I'll explain why that's my profile picture right now. Me and my brother were just in a hotel, and we don't have cable back home, so like Big City Greens was always on Disney XD, and we like that channel, and so that just we always had to watch it since that was what was on, and we just decided, you know what? This is our new favorite show of all time. So we both were like, we need to get Big City Greens matching profile pictures because it was the coolest thing ever. So that's
Big City Greens profile pictures.
That's me and Muncher Maniacs profile pictures. It's beautiful and lovely and great. So yeah.
It was good. Although I personally haven't seen the show that much, but it was cool.
I've seen like 2 episodes. It's not unironically good. It's okay, but it's funny to make your profile picture, you know. So
yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, oh wow. Wait, no, we have comments questions. We have comments questions. All right. I forgot about that. I was going to move on to the last one, but all right. Let me search Pod a Guy. As always, it's not loading. All right. So the last one I had was the Mario Master podcast.
Yep, Mario Master 101.
All right. So the first question is from Nick. What is your least favorite Pod Guy question? I guess you can answer this too. I think it was directed at me. My least favorite question is that one, Nick. The one you asked. That's my least favorite one ever. Yeah. What's your least favorite Agent S? If you even have an opinion on that, you I guess you don't have to answer that if you don't want, because you probably don't have an opinion on that.
Yeah.
All right. That's fair enough. Question, what is your opinion on Russia? Don't get political on me, but I think it's a place. It's a place. I don't have opinions on places like you do, Dangus. You're very opinionated about places, but I'm not.
Oh yeah, Dangus is very opinionated on places, but I have no opinion on places either.
Yeah, so we can both just kind of agree that Russia is a place. And you could live there if you wanted to.
I don't know how to describe it. They're a place invading a country. That's how it is.
Yeah, they're a place, and they're a country. That's how it is in the words of Agent S.
Yeah, it's also the biggest country in the world.
It sure is.
It's also one of the only countries in the world to be in 2 continents, Europe and Asia.
Yeah, that's true. Wow, you're very smart there, Mr. Kale.
Yep.
All right, that was all the comments questions we had. So, man, this is really short. This is quite short. This is 30 minutes long. I don't know what we can do. I guess I still haven't said an overrated thing. I'm gonna try to think of something on the spot. What's overrated? I'll think of a food that I think is overrated. Celery. That was the first thing that came to mind. Celery is not a great food. It always feels like somebody washed it with soap before I ate it. It just tastes soapy, you know? It's not very good. I guess I don't know if that means it's overrated. I don't know if people actually like celery or not. I guess I don't know people's opinions on vegetables, but it's not a very good food. That was the first thing that my brain gave me. Celery. Overrated. What's your opinion on celery?
I like celery a lot, personally.
Yeah.
I even had some last week. I went to this one restaurant, and I got some wings, and wings most of the time go with celery, since it can get the spicy flavor out.
Oh, sick. Yeah, celery, baby. Have you thought of anything overrated? Because I don't think you said anything for this either.
It's kind of hard for me to think of things overrated.
That's okay. That's fair enough. All right. So I guess that leaves us with the last one. I'm kind of disappointed with how long this turned out, but that's okay. It's not your fault. It's fine. It's fine. We've had 30-minute ones before. It's not the end of the world. This is probably an acceptable length for a pod guy, just not ideal. So it's okay. Any last words you want to say to the audience?
No, I'm good. Agent S out.
All right, wait, no, wait, I'm gonna say words. I gotta say words. If you put your mind to it, anything is possible. If you just believe in yourself. Yeah, that's great. All right, that's all I have to say. So thanks for watching, and say it with me. Bye.
Bye, Agent S out.
Agent S Eli Guy out.